I've traveled a bit because that's a privilege of being a filmmaker, that you get invited to film festivals. I've been to Berlin, I've been to Amsterdam, I've been to Zanzibar, I've been to Malawi, I've been to a few places, and I think in most of the places, what struck me is the presence of Africans. That's what I noticed first, because the Africans are really traveling all over, especially here in Milan. I was noticing that there are a lot of Senegalese, and I always wonder how they really cope in a foreign city, in a foreign country. I think when I get to a new city, I try to connect with the people, and sometimes it's difficult. Depend on also on the language, what language they speaking. But I find it that people most of the time are welcoming, and others not that much. But there are places I think that I identify more with. Places like Amsterdam, they very. It's a beautiful city that it's very diverse, but also you find people are more free. I don't know why, but it's a beautiful city in that way. I think it's one city that I really, really enjoyed. There are many problems, many challenges in Africa, the wars and different things. People are traveling all over. So most of the time I find people who are studying, African people in the cities in Europe. Most of the time they are studying, or maybe they're driving back at home and they come here and work. But I always find it fascinating, because for me, I don't know if I can really leave home Africa and come and stay in Europe for a long time. So I always wonder how they do it and how they survive in a foreign country. But I should think that it's fine, But back in South Africa, because South Africa is I would say better economically than most of the African countries. We have an influx of foreign Africans as well within South Africa. So, but in 2008, we have what we call xenophobic attacks that broke in the country. The South Africans started attacking the foreigners, and also because of we have different problems. We have high unemployment in the country. We have lack of housing, lack of resources, and then we have to share that with other people from outside. So that was very pitiful, it was very bad in a way. When that happens, when people started immigrating to other cities, there are problems that break, that we need to look at and tackle in many different ways.